Hi, this is Kelly Bailey with Health Center Life, and today we're going to talk about placeholders and what those are and how they can help your business grow from the beginning before you have real builders in place. So, one of the things that I was taught really early on by my upline, Laura Hicks, was the value of a placeholder. So, one of the things that we do in doTERRA when we first start is that we try to find people who want to do the business with us. And we put those people ideally on our top lines, and we build underneath them, and they build underneath themselves as well. And when that happens enough times, we rank advance. So right now we've got a great bonus for premiers, which is a $5,000 or 5,000 PV overall team volume plus 2 legs that have 2,000 OV a piece. So this means that you can't just willy-nilly enroll people and put people just like all over your top line or just wherever you want and be able to rank advance past elite, because for premier you need some structure. So I encourage my builders early on to either find someone, ideally you find someone right away who wants to do the business with you, a friend or family member or someone you just know would be great at it, and you talk to them. There's a video I did specifically on how to find builders for your team. But if you don't have that yet and you're starting to enroll customers and you don't want them all on your top line because you don't have a builder, and you also don't want to put them underneath someone who doesn't want to do the business but maybe has a 100-point order, which we've also talked about in other videos on this channel, you're going to need to put them under somebody. So what I recommend to my team is that they create a placeholder. And what a placeholder is a person who's basically just a warm body in a position that will eventually be taken over by a real leader. So what I would encourage you to do is find a friend or family member that you really trust and ask them, hey, would you mind if I gift you an enrollment to doTERRA, and put people underneath you, and eventually you will be out of that position and it will never really affect you again. So this person may ask, well, do I need to place an order every month? What do I need to do? The answer is they don't need to do anything. At the beginning, they don't need to do anything. They literally just need to be that warm body in that position on your team so that you can start to create structure underneath them so that you are able to rank advance. So essentially you will just pay the $35 membership fee. If it's your mom, she might do it for you if she's really wanting you to succeed in this. But just find somebody that you trust, that you know is not going to eventually just sit back and collect a check for doing nothing. And maybe even have them go ahead and sign the account transfer form that's available on doTERRA tools, or maybe even on doTERRA.com. And you're going to create that little document, and you're going to have, you don't have to create it, sorry, it's already existing. You just have them sign basically saying their name and ID number and that they will give up their team. So that's just to have it on file. You don't ever have to touch it until you have someone who's ready to take over. But then what happens is you're able to create structure underneath them. And as you grow, you're going to find people who do want to do the business, and you can enroll them. And within, I think, 3 days of them enrolling, you can send an email to doTERRA. You have them sign these forms, so they're going to sign the other part of that form that you initially got from your placeholder person, and they're going to be able to take over that team. And so your mom, or whoever it was, is going to basically be replaced by this other person, and this initial placeholder can't use their account for 6 to 12 months depending on what rank they are when they are transferred in. But most of the time it's 6 months. They can't do anything or order, so if they're really loving the products and need something, you're going to need to create a second LRP or have them order a different way. That's usually not a problem, and that's something that you do want to discuss with them before you create them as a placeholder, because your mom might not want to lose her benefits and her membership, and you may need just somebody random that has absolutely no interest in doTERRA products to be that person for you. But if you have those expectations set early on, then no one has their feelings hurt later. You've already got the paperwork signed. You find so-and-so and they say, I want to do this as a business, and you can say, hey, I have a great opportunity for you. If you're really committed to this and you're willing to spend X number of hours a week doing this, you're willing to get on the phone with me every week, you're willing to host a class or two every month, whatever it may be, whatever your requirements are, you can have them sign that paperwork, and be in the position of a real leader, and they already have some ready-made structure and probably some ready-made income built right in to that position. Now, I will tell you, I've noticed on our team, we've had a few times where we've replaced a pretty large team, maybe an elite or above team, with a new leader, And sometimes, unless you've really set the expectations for that new person, sometimes they get a little bit comfortable with the income that they're earning without actually doing a lot of work. So you want to make sure you're picking the right person to take over the team. And I would take it a step further and have an agreement with that person as well that says, hey, this is what we expect from this person who wants to take it over. They need to have a 100-point LRP. Maybe your requirement is 150 or 125 or something like that. They need to have their LRP. They cannot just drop it because this is an important position on our team. You need to be able to do X activities, whatever it may be, mentoring or enrolling someone every month or whatever it may be. You have to figure out what you're comfortable with. Don't be so over eager to get a builder that you'll just take anybody, because that will come back and bite you. I will tell you, it will do that, and you'll be wishing that you had pre-qualified them a little bit more. But if they agree to these things and you can get them to just say, yes, I'm committed to doing this, I'm committed to finding solutions to problems when they come up instead of quitting, and maybe even say, in 3 to 6 months, we're going to reevaluate. We're going to make sure this arrangement is working for everyone and that you feel comfortable with your responsibilities and we feel comfortable with your level of impact that you're having on this team. And if we need to, we can reevaluate and decide if this is a good fit or not. It may feel a little weird to do that at first, especially if it's a friend, but I promise you're going to sometimes look back and say, I wish I had an agreement with this person, because now they're not doing what they said they're going to do, and now I've got the same problem I had before, is no real leader in this position. But if you do this right, this could be a really, really good way to get your business going before you have actual builders. And it's the placeholder strategy that I was taught really early on by Laura, and I love it, and I want to encourage you guys to consider it if you're in a position where you need to. You can use this at the very beginning of your business, or if you've got a solid leader or two and you're wanting to start thinking about silver and you need that third leg, you can have a placeholder set up for them. So maybe you've got 2 legs that are kind of already going on their own, but you don't have a third leader yet. You want to start building that out. You can do that with a placeholder as well. Hope this has been helpful. Check out the other videos on our channel, and I'll talk to you soon.